welcome back. We're going to be making a 12 pieces blouse, and it's going to be the simplest form ever you can ever think of. I am going to write out my measurements. The half length is 16, while the full length is 23. Shoulder is 14. The bust circumference 37. The under bust circumference is 31 inches. First, I'm going to break it down, working with the bust circumference measurement. So I'll approximate that to be 38. So the front divided by 2 now is going to be divided by 2, so that the front will be 19 and the back will be 19 inches. Now the front is going to be 6 pieces, while the back also will be 6 pieces. So we're going to divide the 19 by 6, and that's about 3.5 inches. So each piece is going to be 3.5 inches to give us the calculation of 38. That's approximately. All right. Now, at the base, we know that the base is always wider than the main bodies. I'm going to be working with 5 for the width. So now, since I want 5 inches, it means I'm going to fold 2.5 inches. I folded my 2.5 inches on my pattern, and the length, like I said, I have 16 and 23. So this 16, the full length now is 24 inches. Okay, it means on this main bodies we need 3.5 inches from our calculation, while the base width we need 5 inches. Since our pattern is folded into 2, so 3.5 divided by 2, so it's like we have almost 2 inches. It is not 2, about 1.75. We already approximated, so we have allowance already. So the 1.75 is what I'll be taking down, 1.75 all the way to the half length. And from the half length, it's going to slant just like this to the edge. So I'm going to cut this out, and I'll be cutting, I'll first cut out 5 of this. Like I said, we need 6 for the back, we need 6 for the front. Okay, I'll cut the back first, so I'll be cutting 6 of this. Let's go on just like this. So you just continue this process until you have all 6. Now, after cutting out each piece, this is what it looks like. There's need to unfold it, and we are going to tape it down, just like I've done here. So I'm going to hold down with the last one just with my tape. So you make sure the tape holds it down to the waist part. Now we're going to fold into 2. So the folding now is going to be 3, 3. That's 1, 2, 3. Then the other side as well is 3 inches. So from here, we're going to take her measurements where we have the shoulder of 14 inches. So shoulder divided by 2 will give us 7 inches. Here's my 7 inches. And then we have 8.5 inches for the armhole length. Now we have the bust circumference to be 37 inches, approximately 38, so it will be easy to divide. I'll add just 6 inches to that. That will give us 44 inches, and divided by 4 will give us 11 inches. So here's my 11 inches. So it's more like I have my bust circumference divided by 4 plus 1 inch, or plus 1.5. If you want to make it plus 2 inches, you can go ahead to do that, plus 2 inches. So this is going to give us the armhole, just like this. We have the underbust length. We have the underbust length to be 13 inches. So this is the 13 inches. So that we can have the underbust circumference measurement, which is 31, approximately 32, plus 6 will give us 18, and that will be divided by 4 will be 9.5 inches. So that it can go like this. You can bring out this shape before you trace out your final cutting, and you can do that first. You can cut it out first before bringing out this shape. So for me, I am going to cut it out. I'll be cutting behind my markings, just like this. Alright, so we are going to move on. The first thing I'm going to do from here is to mark out 3.5 inches. So you can also work with 4 inches if you okay. Let's work with 4 inches. This 4 inches is going to come out like a princess that. So on this first piece, I'm going to be taking it up like that. We already have the line, so I'm just going to connect from the line to my 4 inches. That's the first one. And then the second one, I'm going to give it the space of 4 inches. So I have 4 inches in between. And I'll be connecting this with the second one. The second one, we also have the cuts already. So I'm just going to connect it like that. And then we have the third one. So we're going to be cutting it out one by one. I guess I'll be working with what I can see. So let's cut this out before we move to the neck design. So this is just going to stop here. And then the second. And then we have the third. So I'm going to be working majorly on the pattern that I can see, which is the one on top. Now what I'll be doing is I'll be placing this pattern to cut my fabric. So now I've placed my pattern on my fabric. I'll be cutting it out the same way it is. Since we are cutting for the back, just place your pattern the way it is and cut it out. I'm going to cut out the neck design only on the fabric because I still need the pattern for the front. So from here, I can bring out the neck width. I'm going to add 1/2 inch to the width measurement. That's because we're going to join this. So that will be the width measurement of 2.5, so it will increase to 3 inches because of my joining. And the depth, this is the back I'm cutting first, and the depth of 0.5 inch or 1 inch if you don't if you're not going to add any collar. So I'm working with 0.5 because I'll be working with my bishop collar. So from here I can slant my 1 inch. This is what we have for the middle piece at the back. So I'm going to cut out the last, that's the smallest one, the number 3 on our pattern. I'm still going to use the same fabric to do that. The middle one is going to be another fabric. That's because I'm using 2 different patterns of Ankara in order to bring out the style. So this is the last, the middle one. You have to fold your fabric so that you can cut the 2 sides at once. I'm trying to maximize my material. You know I'm good at that. Whatever I've done here on the back bodies, I'm going to repeat the same to the front. So all I have cut now is for the back. I'm going to repeat the same process to cut out the front bodies. This is the middle piece for the front. I need us to see how it's going to be done. That's the same process anyways, just that we're going to have a different neck design. Now we have the width of 2.5 inches, which is now 3 inches. And we have the depth of 3 inches. You can go with 3.5 if you want. And you can go with a different neck design as well. So from here, I am going to measure my 1 inch so I can slant. So I'm just going to slant my 1 inch. And we are done cutting. So what I'm going to do is cut out the lining for each piece. I'm going to join all the fabric. Okay, let me arrange so we can see how it's going to come out eventually. Just okay. All right, so after joining, this is what it's going to look like. The same way it is here on the front is going to be the same thing for the back. So the middle piece here, I'm going to join that of the back, but the front is going to have a zipper. So all I'm going to do is to turn with my lining, then I have my zipper at the end. You can attach the sleeve of your choice. You can go on with any style of sleeve you desire. And if you find this tutorial interesting, click the like button. Also share. Yes, there are people waiting to see this tutorial. And if you're yet to subscribe to my channel, what are you still waiting for? Come on, hit the subscribe bell. Also, you need to click the bell because that will notify you anytime I upload a new video. I still remain Simeon Grace. I'll see you next class. Bye.